So, good afternoon, all of you. Today, regarding our satellite communication class, we will discuss the different types of mechanisms related to the orbital space. Yesterday, already we have discussed regarding the different mechanisms related to the orbital installation, as well as the different types of solar eclipse and all these things. But now, today's class, we will briefly discuss some of the different mechanisms that are associated with the orbital space. Before that, I have to share the screen, then we will discuss. Just 1 minute.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So in this class, we will briefly discuss only one topic because I have other official assignments. So for this season, already I have mentioned that today's class will be a smaller one, and just 1 minute. What we will discuss this thing, that is the orbital correction, because there are different perturbation mechanism already we have discussed. So obviously related to the perturbations, there are certain corrections, certain locational correction, latitude longitude correction, obviously keeping in mind all the related perturbations that you have discussed. So for this season, orbit correction, station keeping of the stationary satellite. So as a consequence of perturbations, the orbit parameters of the geostationary satellite differ from the nominal parameters. So obviously that will differ, that will not be the same. A consequence of the perturbations, obviously we have discussed different types of perturbations that will occur in case of satellite communication. So the orbit parameters that are associated with this, depending upon these perturbations, that will differ from the nominal parameters. The orbit is characterized by an inclination I and eccentricity E and the longitude drift, that is dt of lambda, which are small but not zero. That are very interesting. That will be a small longitude drift is there. That is not a negligible one, because that is not a zero value. Obviously, so a small contribution will be there, but there will be a contribution. So the orbit is characterized. The orbit, if you see the orbit parameter, there are some characterizations will be there. The inclination, the eccentricity. With this, the longitude drift obviously will be there. That is small, but that is not negligible. The effect of these parameters on the position of the satellite is first analyzed in order to determine the station keeping requirements. So obviously, station keeping means if you want to keep the thing properly, if you want to maintain the thing properly, correction procedures are then present. Next, position and velocity of the satellite. Obviously, what will be the impact of the position as well as the velocity of the satellite, that we have to see. So in a geocentric rotating reference, the spherical coordinate of the satellite are in the radius smaller. The declination or latitude psi and the longitude lambda. These are the parameters already we have discussed in our previous class. So geocentric rotating reference, the spherical coordinate system, although the coordinate system that we are maintaining, the spherical coordinate system of the satellite, are the radius smaller, the declination of latitude psi as well as the longitude lambda. Since the eccentricity small e and the inclination I are small, these coordinates are related to the orbital parameters. What are the orbital parameters? That is the equation number 2.92a if you see the orbital parameters that we are getting, so small r equals to as plus del a minus as e cos v, that is equals to as plus del a minus ASE cos of alpha SL minus in omega, if you see the omega plus small omega plus big omega. So if we just revise the equation of what will the value of the R we are getting, that is ultimately the value of equation number 2.92a, if we follow, that is the value we are getting, that is equals to R value is equals to AS, that all the parameters are, we know, we have discussed in our previous classes. So R equals to AS plus del A minus as in bracket ex cos of alpha SL plus ey sin of alpha SL. This is the parameter, equation number 2, according to the equation number 2.92a. These are the parameters we are getting. With delta A, the difference between the actual half axis and the synchronous half axis equal to the minus 2 by 3 as by ns ddt of lambda m. That is the equation, and the alpha SL, the right ascension of the satellite, equal to the, what will be the value for the thing that we are getting, the small v plus omega plus big omega, since I is small. Then if we follow, depending upon the discussion, depending upon the parameters, we are getting some modified expressions. What are the modified expressions? Obviously equation number 2.92b and the 2.92c. If you see, so there are certain modified expressions that are associated with the lambda value. So lambda value, first equation number 2.92b, if you see the lambda value that we are getting, that is equals to lambda m plus 2e sin m equals to lambda m plus 2e in bracket sin, obviously the rotational, because this was small omega plus big omega, this value will be included in this case. So lambda m plus 2e sin in bracket alpha SL minus small omega plus big omega, that is the value for equation number 2.92p. Similarly, if you see, if we just associated this value with the following equations, then we are getting lambda value equals to lambda m plus 2ex sin of alpha SL minus 2ey cos of alpha SL, that is the equation. And the psi value, that is slightly interesting, because the equation number 2.92c, that is where value we are getting for the psi, that is equals to arc of sine in bracket sine of omega plus v in sin I, that is nearly equals to I sine omega plus v, that is equals to I sine alpha SL minus omega, and that is nearly equals to Ix sine of alpha SL minus Iy cos of alpha SL. That is the equation 2.92c we are observing. So in this equation, what are the different parameters that are involved? If you see the psi value, so that is the arc potential, arc parameter, arc change parameter we are getting. So arc of the sine of omega plus v, obviously that is the angular movement, and this v value already seen, I is the inclination angle. So if you follow all the equations, all the parameters that we have mentioned in this equation that are associated with the rotational or the angular movement of the satellite orbit, the velocity of the satellite in a geocentric inertial reference can be resolved into the components Vn, that is the this normal component perpendicular to the orbit plane, not only for the satellite, each and every, if we basically plot the components, there will be a normal component as well as the vertical components, two different types of components we will get. So in this case, the components Vn perpendicular to the orbital parameter, orbital plane towards the north. Vr is the another parameter. So Vn, obviously that is the normal parameter. Another parameter that we are getting, that's the Vr, that is the in the earth satellite direction, and Vt is the perpendicular to the radius vector in the plane of the orbit in the direction of the velocity. So these are the few things that I want to mention. So we are in the earth satellite direction, obviously. So earth satellite direction, from the earth position, if we see the rotational movement of the satellite, so which direction that will flow, that will be indicated by the Vr. And the Vt, that will be a perpendicular component, the radius of the vector, that is another perpendicular component, but that is associated with the radius of the vector in the plane of the orbit in the direction of the velocity. Next, neglecting the variation of the satellite angular velocity, already I have mentioned that is not zero, but a small value is there. So the neglecting the variation of the satellite angular velocity with small declination in the eccentricity with respect to the angular velocity of the rotation, the Earth is big omega, bis omega pi or cap omega suffix e, the derivatives of this dtt of alpha SL, because this is the parameter that we have assumed that this parameter will give us some not a very great value, but a significant amount of value. ddt of alpha SL is nearly equal to the peak of omega e. That is the value. That is, so if you see, calculate this value of ddt of alpha SL, that is equal to the angular velocity of the rotation of the Earth, that is nearly equals to omega e value. This gives, replacing this alpha S G, the ddt of alpha SL, that we can easily replace this component with which one? With this particular big omega suffix e. That is basically the angular velocity of the rotation of the Earth. So that is a very vital component. So the synchronous satellite velocity, we can assume that is, if you calculate, that is Vs equals to 3075 meter per second. That is another component, that is a synchronous satellite, because now we are discussing about the condition when the satellite is synchronous. So Vs value, what we are getting, the Vs value we are observing that is equals to 3075 meter per second. Similarly, just if we replace the values, we are getting the component for the VR, Vt as well as the Vn, because all these three parameters, VR, Vt as well as the Vn, already we have mentioned in our previous discussion. Because when we have started the topic, we have mentioned that there are three basic components. One is the Vn, another is the VR, another is the Vt. Three different components, three different segregated components we have mentioned. So if you see the VR value from the equation number 2.93a, that is the expression we are getting, that is VR equals to Vs into Ex sine of alpha SL minus Ey cos of alpha SL. So the two different components, the eccentricity component in the previous class we have mentioned, the eccentricity is subdivided into two sections. One is the Ex, another component is the Ey. So eccentricity in the x direction as well as the y coordinate orientation we have observed, and we have find out the eccentricity value in the Ex component as a Ex component as well as the Ey component. These are the two components. Similarly, for the Vt, if you see the elongation or the prolongation of the equation, that is the equation number 2.93b, we will find that the Vt value, that is equals to alpha s ddt of lambda n. So again, the angular movement is taking place in this case, plus Vs into 1 plus 2 into Ex. Directly you have basically, in our previous class, directly we have discussed about this equation, the value for the Vt component. Now we are modifying the term because just the elaborating the components. If we elaborate the components, we are getting this kind of equations. So Vt equals to this As ddt of lambda n plus Vs into 1 plus 2 into Ex cos of alpha s. Obviously, in this case, the eccentricity has subdivided two components. One is the Ex component, another is the Ey component. And the Vn value, that is the equation number 2.93c, if we observe the value for the Vn, that is equals to Vs into Ix cos of alpha SL plus Iy sine of alpha SL. In this case, this I component, similarly, like the Ex and the Ey, in the equation number 2.93c, when we are getting the value for the Vn, we have subdivided the I component into two different sections. One is the Ix component and another is the Iy component. So these are the two vital components that we are observing now. So the again, another theoretical part, that will be the last topic for today's class, because I have already mentioned that from 2:30 I have to go for another assignment. So this is a very critical issue. So this is the last topic, officially last topic of our discussion, that is the station keeping box. Just 1 minute. So the station keeping box, to fulfill its mission, obviously, what is the station keeping box? This is a very small type of theoretical thing. To fulfill its mission, the satellite must remain stationary with respect to the Earth and occupy a well-defined position on the equator. So obviously, the satellite location, that satellite position, that will be fixed, that will be determined. If we give for the station keeping box, station keeping means that is a fixed type of motion, that is a fixed stationary type of motion we are getting. However, the combined effect of the oscillations of the period, so 24 hour, roughly 23 hours something, but for the ease of calculation, we have assumed that the value is near about 24 hours. Due to the inclination and the eccentricity and the long-term drift of the mean longitude leads to an apparent movement of the satellite with respect to the nominal position. So I have, if you remember our previous class, we have mentioned that the value that we have observed in a first initial case, after a certain duration of time, suppose after 4 weeks, after 8 weeks, the value will be changed. The value will not be fixed. So depending upon certain parameters, so depending upon certain values, that parameter will be changed. So station keeping means that is a fixed positional location. How can we get it? That is the discussion. That is the point of interest. So due to the inclination and the eccentricity and the long-term drift, the mean longitude leads to an apparent movement of the satellite with respect to the nominal position. The figure, already we have discussed the figure 2.42. This is the figure that is a stationary type of figure we have seen. So now, just 1 minute, I will see the figure briefly. This is the figure, that is the figure, one thing, 2.42, they have mentioned that is a rotational movement, but this is the initial figure, that is the non-zero inclination. If you see this plot, you will find that there is no inclination is there. That is a straightforward kind of thing. So that is a non-zero inclination. Technical, that is called the non-zero inclination. But now the figure they have mentioned, so that is the equation number 2, that is the figure number 2.42. So if you see the distribution part, that is the rotational circular motion we are finding out. And if you follow the x-axis, that is the elevation, that is obviously in degrees, and the azimuth angle, that will be another degree parameter. So that will be along the y direction. So one component, the elevation will be in the x direction. Similarly, other component that will be in the y direction, that is the azimuth, that will be in degrees section. So that is the apparent movement of a satellite due to the combined effect of a non-zero eccentricity. Non-zero eccentricity means the value they have taken, that is equals to 2 into 10 to the power minus 4, and the inclination. I have mentioned that there will be a slight value of the inclination. So if you see the value for the inclination, that is not zero, and that the value that we are getting, that is 0.058 degree during the 14 days between the station keeping. This obviously I have mentioned the duration. So 4 days, 1 week, 2 week, and they have observed this thing after the 14 days after the initial value. That the point, this station keeping is associated with that. So this is the drifting, that is a change. Drifting means small amount of change. The figure just now we have observed shows the relative movement of the satellite with respect to its nominal position for an orbit of semi-major axis. So the value we know, that is 42,164.57 kilometer. The eccentricity in this case, that is very, if you see the value of the eccentricity, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 4, and the inclination. Obviously a small value for inclination. What is the value for the inclination? Now we have observed that is 0.058 degree. As it is in practice possible to maintain the satellite absolutely immobile with respect to the Earth, a station keeping box is defined. So that is the topic. That is, this station keeping box means that is a stationary kind of thing that will fix movement, that will not allow the movement. So that is the motto to use this particular technical term, that is the station keeping box. The station keeping box represents the maximum permitted value of the excursions of the satellite in long latitude and the longitude. It can be represented as a pyramidal, this pyramidal solid angle whose vertex is at the center of the Earth, within which the satellite must remain at all times. So that is a boundary kind of thing. That is a fixed region kind of thing. Beyond that, we will not allow any movement. So that is the use. That is the protocol to use this station keeping box. The station keeping box obviously is defined by the two half angles at the vertex. One within the plane of the equator, that is the east-west width, and the other in the plane of the satellite meridian, that is the north-south width. That is a common phenomenon. If we see the satellite movement, there is a predefined two different types of wing, and one is called the EW width, another is called the NS width. Already we have discussed, already you have seen. The maximum value of the residual means that several components that are associated with the main component. So the maximum value of the residual eccentricity determines the variations of the radial distance. That is the what is the value? That is the 2AE. So if you follow the parameter, that is twice of A is the twice AE means that is the semi-major axis, and this is associated with the eccentricity. So that is the twice of AE. The figure 2.43 shows a volume that is available for the relative displacement. Obviously, 2.43 means another new figure they are talking about. This is the figure, that is the station keeping box. That is called the, if you are talking about this geometry, if they ask about the station keeping mechanism, so that is the station keeping box. In this case, the plus minus 0.05 degree in longitude and the latitude. Obviously, eccentricity value already we have mentioned, that is the 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. Because twice term is there, so we have taken the eccentricity value. If we just observe when we have started the discussion of this particular parameter, we have mentioned the value is generally 2 into something, but in this case the twice term is there, so eccentricity value will be basically double. So this 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 term will be introduced. So the dimensions of this box are fixed by the mission, so that will not be changed. But that is a stationary kind of thing. That is the non-changing parameter in this case. They are determined by the following considerations. So what are the different parameters that will be taken care of? That is the last article we will discuss. So as the dimensions become smaller, the ground station antenna pointing and tracking systems become simpler. Obviously, if there is a fixed kind of dimension, so the tracking will be simple. There will be no complications in the tracking. So they have mentioned that as the dimensions become smaller, the dimension is negligible. The dimension is the greater one. So the ground station antenna pointing, obviously if the antenna, because ultimately the ground station will receive the signal. So the ground station antenna pointing and the tracking systems become simpler. Point number 2, when the beam width of the ground station antennas is large, or when the station is mounted on a vehicle, obviously if that is a motion, so an aircraft, a boat or lorry, which contains a pointing system to take account of the movement, a box of fairly large dimension is acceptable. So if that is a mounting, you have already observed that in case of satellite communication, some mounted stations are there. They are talking about this kind of station mechanism. Point number 3, geostationary satellites equipped with narrow beam antennas That is the characteristics of the geostationary satellite. Narrow beam antenna, that is a focused but narrow beam antenna we are utilizing. Antennas pointing towards specific sites on the Earth require more and more precise station keeping as the beams become narrower. Because until or unless we are using the precise beams, this station keeping of the narrow beam antenna, we have to be precise about the station keeping mechanism. Because the beam is narrower, so if we do not able to keep this station stationary, what will happen? That will not capture the entire beam location. This precision also permits the use of the ground station antennas with fixed pointing. And the last point, the adoption of a strict station keeping tolerance for satellite permits better utilization of the orbit of geostationary satellite and the radio frequency spectrum. Obviously, different types of depending about the different types of radio frequency spectrum, the allocations are there. The radio communication regulations impose a station keeping accuracy of plus minus 0.1 degree in longitude for fixed and broadcast service satellites. A tolerance of plus minus 0.5 degree in longitude is permitted for satellite which do not use the frequency bands allocated to the fixed or broadcast satellite services. So that is the applications, a fixed regional or fixed amount of destination oriented frequency allocations which we mentioned, not only for the satellite or for all the frequency domain based applications. So in this case also we have to keep in mind. So that's all for today's class, because I'm in hurry. 2:30 I have another assignment. And another announcement, that is our Monday class for the upcoming week, that is this upcoming Monday, that is the 10th May. Only for this particular week, what I will do, because from 9:30 I have one official engagement. For this reason, the 11 a.m. Morning class will be clubbed together from the second half with the second half class. Second half we have only one class from the 3 p.m. that is the satellite communication class. In this region, I will club the first half class, because for the official engagement, I am not able to take the first half class. That is the only announcement I want to make. So that's all for today's class. And the attendance: Shubhan, Manisha, Ankita, Abhilash. Okay, and Priya was there, I think. Thank you very much for your attention. Next week Monday we'll meet again, obviously the second half, and we'll continue our discussion. So 3 p.m. To up to we'll club with the 3 p.m. one class. I will club the first half class for only for this upcoming Monday. Okay, thank you very much.